Ian Hunter here in the Biomechanics lab at BYU with our first episode of Tripods for Dummies, where you'll find that preparing your tripods for data collections is a snap. When you attach the mounting plates to the cameras, look for the lens arrow on that and put the screw head in, start closing the end bolt there. Once that's getting close, then make sure the lens arrow is lined up just like that along the base of the camera. Then tighten down the light gray bolt until it's just secure. It doesn't need to be overly tightened. On a lot of these mounting plates, the surface is not as good, not as grippy anyway, and you may need to get it close, have the lens arrow just off to the side, and then as you tighten it down, turn this whole thing until you have it lined up and it feels pretty secure in its place there. Another common type of tripod mount we have is a rectangular one. Notice that there's also a lens arrow, but there's two of them. We're going to use the one where this is the front of the lens. It has a little bit smaller front edge than the back, and it's important that you have it that way where this shorter edge is on the front of the camera, and you just tighten it down so that that shorter edge is right there on the front, and then it'll just lock into place similar to how the other type did. Just make sure that's firmly in place, and then the camera won't wobble around. Once you have the mounting plate on correctly, then make sure that the lever is out. It'll lock in place unless you open that first, then hold it. So this will be coming out, and on top you'll see this little gold post will be up a little bit higher than when it's in the closed position. Get the camera so that that lens, front of the lens is going into the front of the tripod, and then you just push it down. Make sure it doesn't wobble around, but it's securely in place, then you can let go. When you take the cameras off, just push this lever out, open that, and you can lift them up like that. For working the tripod, make sure you don't lock these down too tight or they're kind of hard to undo. And you can loosen them, and then in each of the 3 dimensions you'll be able to rotate the way you want it. If you need to change the height, you need to loosen this knob here, then this will be free to go up and down. Make sure you don't undo this all the way, just loose enough so it'll move up and down, and then when it is in place at the height you want it, it'll wobble a little bit unless you lock this bolt in place, then it'll be firmly in place again.